Hi, my name is Sabine Choucair. I'm talking now from Lebanon, Beirut. I'm a professional clown, humanitarian clown. I started as an actress, so I studied theater at the Lebanese University, and then I went to London to do more studies in mime and physical theater, and this is where I discovered clowning, and I was like, oh my God, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So in 2006, when I discovered clowning, I was set on just doing that. I came back to Lebanon, tried to start clowning here, and then everybody was like, yeah, you can come to the birthday party and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, this is really not what I want to do. I want to use the art of clowning to be working and connecting with people on different levels and on this really like honest, humanitarian, real connection that we don't find anymore in life. So it was a lot of going back and forth. I was going back to London, coming back to Lebanon. And then it was actually in Mexico when I was with my friend, Gabriela Munoz, amazing clown as well, living and working in Mexico and all around the world. We decided to start this small initiative called Clown Me In. And it was basically really like just using clowning to connect with people, either through workshops or through performances. And we did a lot of work in Mexico, then we went to Brazil, and then we went to India. We spent 2 or 3 months there. And then I came back to Lebanon and I focused on building my own group in the country here. And we started and it was 4 of us, and now we're more than, 40 clowns that are mainly focusing on humanitarian work, on working with communities who are living in disadvantaged areas or working with refugees. And we have a lot of refugees. We have Palestinian refugees that moved here long time ago. And then we have the Syrian refugees who came after 2012 or 2013, and then we have Iraqi refugees that we do a lot of work with refugees here. It's important to tell you about clowning in general. What's this clown we do, and why is it amazing, and why does it work so well with people? Basically, when we say clown, we don't mean big shoes, big hair, makeup. It's more who we are, what we like about ourselves, what we don't like about ourselves, and how we share it with people, how we accept to laugh about it and to have people laugh about it as well, laugh about us, laugh on us, laugh at us as clowns. And this real connection that we find with people. So when we go and we have this, when we go to a place and we start clowning around, or just the minute we enter, this like real connection with people, just having people looking at us and us being 100% in the moment, looking at them, really being stupid and silly, and it's okay, and playing and having fun, just opens up a different world of endless possibilities and endless dreams, and like real connections that we miss. And that's exactly what we do.
At the very beginnings, what were you attracted to? What types of theater
So in the beginning, when I was an actress, I was mostly interested in physical theater. Like I wasn't really interested in anything that has to do with drama or being, the protagonist on stage. I was also interesting. Like I remember my first really lovely thing I did that I felt like, yeah, this is mostly what I want to do. I was playing the role of a monkey, and that was amazing. It's like, yes, that's it.
How were you introduced to clowning as a child, as a teenager?
I cannot say that I was introduced to clowning any time before my studies in London. I mean, we in the Arab world, clowns are mostly the the what we see in birthday parties, and that's it. So, and I grew up during a civil war in Lebanon, so it's not like I watched a lot of theater, or it's not like we had so much, culture going around when I was growing up. So really, I mean, the war ended, I was 9 years old, and then, after the war, you have, or maybe you don't know, but you have like couple or more, like 5 to 6 years where everybody's still in fear, still like, oh, is the war over? Can we go to the movies? Can we go to theaters? Do we have to fear, a bomb exploding somewhere? So it was a lot of this. And really the first time I got introduced to clowning was during my studies in London. And this is where I felt free, for the first time, really free. And it, like I felt life can be simpler and funnier and easier through clowning. And my first clown was this like really like army like clown. She was paranoid. She wanted to have order everywhere and everything. And this moment where I started uh, feeling how awesome it is to laugh about these things, to laugh about this paranoia or this army like, this is where I felt really free. And this is exactly where I felt like, okay, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Let's talk about current representations of clowns in the media or in pop culture, in the Hollywood art world, where we have seen emerging psychopathic clowns, scary type of clowns.
Yeah. So, I mean, in a way, so here's the thing, right? So when you say clown to people in the Western world, they think about it and all these scary clowns and these psycho killers. And it's like, I really don't know where and how this came from, where it came from and how. I do have to say that where I work in the Arab world and all through all of the trips I have made with Clowns Without Borders, we've been lucky enough not to be in with communities who have this idea about clowns. They actually don't have any idea about clowns, or if they do, they don't have specifically this kind of an idea of ideas. So it's been like a sweeter journey than the journey of my fellow clowns in the US, for example, who when they go on the street with a clown nose, everybody's like, whoa, no, this is scary. Uh, this is scary. So, and I think it's really awful because clown is totally the the opposite. Clown is all about making people dream, is all about giving hope, is all about this naivete and this truthfulness and this honesty and this transparency, or at least that's the clown we play with, and that's the clown we offer to people, and even people who are usually scared of clowns, when they see us and when they see that we're not coming with this like makeup and scary weird looking clown costumes, they feel a bit, you know, they feel better, and then when we start playing, they're like, okay, that's good, I'll play along.
Clowns have been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. How do you feel that clowning evolved into the 21st century?
Clowns have existed since forever, you know, since before they were called clowns even. It's this archetypal figure. It's this guy in the village who's special or acts stupid, or, you know, I mean, or it's just, it's something that we've had in our communities and cultures all over the world forever. And I think today we have more definitions, and we have more definitions of what a clown is and how a clown could be, and we have a ton of them, and we have so many different ways of clowning around, so many different clowns in this world. We have the circus clowns, we have the theater clowns, we have the street clowns, we have the humanitarian clowns, we have the doctor clowns, and they all have particularities about them, but they all fall under this again, this naivete, this stupidity, the playfulness, the dreams. They all have it, but then what's different is the way they play, is how big they are, how small they play, and how they relate to different audiences.
We live in an advanced technology time. How do you see the compatibility between clowning and all this high-tech world?
Oh my God, it's I mean, I'm really struggling to see how as a clown I'm gonna be surviving this extreme technology. I mean, for me as a clown, the whole idea is the connection with people, right? So, and I find it hard to be connected to people through screens, even though I've been trying to give workshops online, to do few videos. We're doing a lot of things with technology, but then there's something amazing about when we perform live, even now with masks and everything, that we cannot find through technology. So we're in this phase of like, okay, what do we do and how do we do it right now? And I have to say, we've been doing a lot of short videos on social media as like activism about the environment and about social justice, and mostly social justice and environment. And it's been going really well. But again, when we go and do this live with people, it's always got a different feeling. It's always got a different sensation and a different impact, or at least we see the impact really like live in front of us, and we have this like amazing connection that I really don't feel like we're getting it through technology.
You are a clown and you are a woman, and I'm sure you have your own roles in your personal life. How do you juggle all these roles, all these responsibilities?
I'm a clown, I'm a woman, I'm a mother, I'm the director of the artistic director of Clown Mien, and it's a lot of things at the same time. And I'm mostly like all other women in this life. We we try to juggle all of this all the time. It's hard. It's really hard. I feel like I'm very lucky to have a very supportive partner who is, you know, doing his part in the family and in our life. So we do things on a 50%, 50-50. And I feel not so many of us are lucky enough to have this kind of support, which I don't feel it's I feel it's not, I don't know if support is the word, but I feel it's like the minimum that a partner or whoever lives with us should be doing. So it should be the norm, which is not in this world. But it's still quite hard. It's hard to be doing all of these things at the same time, but it's also enjoyable and joyful and worth it.
You are also on the road a lot. How do you find all this traveling? Is it making you more tiring, or on the contrary, it makes you more energetic?
I am on the road most of the time, and I feel this is what makes me alive. I'm a kind of person that feels like I want to be connected to people all the time. I want to be with people all the time, and I want to meet different people, different than me, than the ones I know, different individuals, and have different experiences with them. So every trip I do is worth like or is equivalent to giving me a new life. So even if it's tiring, and even if it's, you know, not the life that many would like to have, this is the life I would like to have. This is the life I enjoy, and it's all about the connections. And being a woman doing this is mostly okay in most parts of the world. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I get judged, and I get, you know, I get people being like, why are you doing this? Why, you're a woman, you should not be doing this, or blah, blah, blah. Depends on where I am. But I feel it is important to be who I am and to do everything I want to do. And for all these people who think or who try to stop me because they think a woman should be at home and taking care of her kids and doing her, I don't know, just like just being in a specific setting, just to show them that no, a woman can be everything and anything, anytime and anywhere.
You have accomplished lots of projects. Would you like to talk about the most recent one?
2 days ago, we finished we ended a clown tour with Payasos Sin Frontera, Clowns Without Borders, Spain. We've toured in the south of Lebanon and Saida for 7 days. We've reached 2,000 kids and family members, all All of them are living in very, very hard conditions. A lot of kids now in Lebanon, where we're going through a terrible, terrible financial crisis, and we have no electricity, no water. Most of these kids are out of school. They cannot, their parents can't afford taking them to schools anymore, or paying school fees, or paying for their transportation. So we've managed to perform for around 2,000 people, and all through Corona and the lockdown, and after the explosion in Lebanon, which was the biggest explosion, one of the biggest explosions in the world, we've managed to keep performing, keep cheering up people, keep going to many different places in the country and connecting with people. This year, between 2020 until now, we've done, I think, more than 100 shows. 100 days of shows, so which is 200 shows, or a bit more, all through the country.
I was wondering, as a clown and as a woman, what relaxes you?
um, what relaxes me? Let's get this clear. I'm not a so relaxed human being. I'm like full of energy, and whenever I'm on tour, I'm like, whoa, like very, very, very high energy. And then after every tour, I come back home and I take 2 or 3 days off where I just don't do anything. Like, I only spend time with my daughter. I try not to hear, like not to listen to anything, not to see anything, and I just take time to be with myself, because this is where I feel the need to digest everything I saw, to understand everything, to take in all the experiences and all the extreme emotions I've had with people during the tours. And that's basically what really relaxes me, just being with myself and spending some time with my daughter, who's, now a year and 9 months, and she's an amazing clown as well.
Were there any influential clowns that contributed to who you are today?
I would say every clown I met on the way of this journey was very influential, really. And this is what I love about the clown world. It's all about sharing. It's all about doing things together in a fun, supportive, open way. So I've been going around the world since 2009. And I feel, for sure, I mean, every clown I performed with, I played with in every country has had a big impact on my clowning and on my life. Like, I can't even say names because it's really all of them. And it really has to do with the way we work together as clowns. And I would say, especially with Clowns Without Borders, I love how diverse and how amazing the work is, because the way we do it is we meet, we don't know each other, we meet in a country. We spend one day coming up with the show, so we have to be, fast, and we all have to have our own skits and numero. But then we meet, we find things together, we find the show, and we start a journey of performance that the show keeps changing and keeps getting better and better with every time we perform it, and with every different audience, and then this connection, and these new skits and new games and new things we do together as clowns that taught me a lot and influenced my work a lot.
Clowning allows the artist to express feelings and emotions that otherwise might not be regarded well. This really allows for that inhibition to disappear. It disinhibits the audience as well.
Of course, and that's what I was talking about in the beginning. A clown is free, is can say I'm stupid, and I'm okay with being stupid, because we all are. I'm happy, and it's really nice to be happy. I'm going to be 100% in the moment, 100% happy. If I'm sad as a clown, I'm going to be 100% sad. And when you are that free to express any emotion and anything you're feeling, with this freedom, this openness, this thing in the back of our mind being like, it's okay, we're all human beings, we can all make mistakes, we can all be whatever we want to be, whatever we feel we want to be, then the audience who's watching us feels the same. You know how when you smile at someone, the other person smiles back. It's this thing in the mind that connects us together, and what I'm giving is well received by the audience, is really well received, especially with the connection, and then the audience feels they're also free to be the way they want to be, because there's no judgment, because it's okay.
Have this poetic expression of your art. I was wondering, do you write?
I don't write. I only write after each day when I'm on tour. I write about the important moments and the important things that happened, and I write them under Diaries of a Clown. And I feel if I don't write these moments, they might, slip away, fade away. I'll have them all my life in the body and in how it felt at that moment. But I feel it's important to share this amazing thing with the world. And that's the only thing I write. I think next year is mostly, I have 2 trips I'm going to be in Morocco, teaching clowning with Théâtre Nomade, which is a circus street theater company. I'm going to give classes in the Netherlands for a bunch of activists, artists, and who will, who are going to think about how to use clowning in their activism. I'm sure I'm going to be doing a lot of clown performances all over Lebanon, and hopefully now that, or if Corona allows us, it will be also somewhere else. We have the International Institute for Very, Very Serious Studies, which is our school in the country here, that teaches street performances and clowning and bouffon. That is still going to be running. My 2022 is going to be a lot of clowning around Lebanon and the world.
How is Lebanon these days for you? Can you perform at ease?
Thankfully, the only thing we can do right now is perform on the streets. But Lebanon is going through a terrible crisis, a humanitarian, financial, Many people are leaving or have already left the country. We're having a shortage of electricity, having a shortage of fuel. It's a lot of problems in one tiny country that is very super corrupted, and people have their money stuck in the banks. I would say stolen. The banks stole all of our money. So everybody's going through very, very rough time that I don't see it getting better anytime before the next 5 to 10 years. But the only thing we can still do really is perform and be connected to people on the streets. And this we're still being able to do, thankfully, for different reasons. And I'm really thankful for that.
You were mentioning working with children. When you go to these camps, these refugee camps, or these settings where disadvantaged children are, do you need to make special preparations for them?
No, when we go there, we just have to be who we are. I mean, that's the beauty of it. Or at least that's how I feel. Anywhere in the world, I don't feel I need to do special preparations or to be different, to be with people because they're going through a different thing than what I'm going through. Or I feel we're human beings, and that's the beauty of clowning, is the connection beyond everything, beyond the social norms or what society asks us to be and how to be. It's just being honest and connecting with people with all transparency. So we just go and we're who we are. I am who I am, and I just connect with people, whoever they are, wherever they are. And that's the beauty of it.
Do you have any plans on returning to stage as an actress?
Absolutely not. I just feel I will. I'm not interested. I don't try to do any more of this work. I feel just being a clown is the most amazing thing in life, and connecting with people without this fourth wall of a theater, or and just going to people instead of having people coming to me is so important to me to watch. Or so I'm really not interested anymore in being in a theater or playing different characters. No, not at all.
Are you allowed to visit nursing homes, retirement homes, schools as a clown?
Yeah. We are allowed. Yeah. I can go visit schools. I mean, you know, we again in Lebanon, the weather has been helping a lot. So we've been doing all of our performances outdoors, which, you know, makes it less problematic for COVID, in terms of COVID. And then we are still performing, of course, we're all fully vaccinated, but we're still performing with masks on, and people watching us have masks on, and it's been all right.
In Lebanon, you have classes on an ongoing basis or once or twice a year?
Clowning, every year I give one intensive workshop for people who are interested. So they come and they do 40 days of intensive clown workshops, and then whoever is interested to continue, or who I feel like we're also as a team interested in having, then we connect with, and they become part of our team. And then we have the International Institute for Very, Very Serious Studies, which is a 2-year program, and we teach clowning there as well in one of the courses. So it's not a continuous class, throughout the year, but it's intensive workshops. I think, so whoever, if you want to know more about my work, you can visit the clownmein.com, and you'll find us also on Facebook and on Instagram. On Twitter, we're active, but not really. We're not getting it right. And then, or, you know, I mean, you can put my name on Google and then you'll find different things and different trips I've done with different people and different organizations. And I think I just think everyone and every one of us should find this connection with their own clown, which is, you know, who we are, which is their own self. My clown is me, really, is me, but in a more, in a bigger way. And just the feel, the connection with my clown, and this is what I tell everyone, is if you connect with your own clown, with this part of you that is beyond the social, beyond what society wants us to be, and beyond what we were taught to be, or beyond this box that they put us in, just like who we really are, what we really are, these amazing things we have in ourselves and these bad things we have in ourselves, which we just accept. All of these things, we connect with who we are, and we share this connection with people, and we're true and we're honest with people about who we are and how we are. That just life becomes better and more simple and more joyful. And I always say, let's play, 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 play. And if we forget how to play, look at kids and see how they make, like, they turn everything into a game. And we should learn from them, because then they grow up, they have more hope. They're, as kids, we used to have more hope, and it's all because of play, because of game, because of laughter, and this is what we should include more in our adult life.
If someone wanted to learn more about clowning, is there a book or a documentary or a movie or anything out there that you would like them to explore?
Oh, I mean, let's see. There's this is one of the best books. Why Is That So Funny? Is a great book. If you want to learn about different clowns in the world, there's this book, Clowns in Conversation with Modern Masters, Ezra Lebon and David Bridell. Let's see, John, who's my clown friend and associate, have this clown training book, John Davison. Clown Through Mask, from Sue Morrison, who's an amazing also clown pedagogue. I would say this for now. This would take time anyway to go through all of this. And then follow Clown Me In, follow Clowns Without Borders, and then through these websites you'll find a lot of different clowns, amazing clowns around the world. There's Giovanni Fusetti, who was my teacher, and I discovered clowning through him. So.